What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the simulator and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got the square launch monitor fired up. I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship going with it, but I think it's a decent launch monitor. I'm sure that the growing pains are something that I am doing incorrectly. I'm not afraid to admit that, but today we're going to play some actual square content, vice the GS Pro that I typically play in every other video. I've cashed in the gift card that came with the square launch monitor, which gave me 1,000 credits. And I think from the other videos I've watched, I think that each hole is a credit. Therefore, if you were to play 18 holes, after 18 holes, after 18 holes, after 18 holes, you would get what? Let's say it's 20 credits a piece. That'd give you 5 per 100. So you could basically play 50 rounds of golf on the 1,000 credits that it has given you just for ordering the launch monitor. And I don't think credits are too terribly expensive. Let's check my account. Want to charge credits. The mobile app. Please proceed to the credits using the mobile app. I'm not going to do that because I don't care that much. But we'll see how many credits I have left at the end of the round. It should be 972. Oh boy, I had a long day at work, so much so that I had to take a nap. Naturally, everything's going to be compared to GS Pro because that's the best piece of software that I currently own. I can already see that I am missing a K2T that I'm assuming flew underneath the impact screen and into the purgatory behind said impact screen. I'll pause you here and grab that real quick. You won't hardly notice a thing. And I'm back. All T's are here, ready to be used. Like I was saying, long day at work. It's been a long week in general. Played way too much golf after work. And that's because I was super excited to use my MGI electric bag cart that I bought. It's really nice, especially a guy my age. I need as much exercise as I can get. So I went to my local golf store, which is Uinta Golf down here in Riverdale, Utah. They had one on the shelf. I said, please let me give you all my money. And I've walked 4 or 5 rounds since I picked that guy up on Thursday afternoon. And for any context, it has been 1 week, so I've played quite a bit of golf. At any rate, square golf launch monitor, I'm not really sure what I'm getting into here. Game. 1 player, wind strength light. What are the golf options here? Holy crap, that's a lot of courses. Country club. Can I just play any of these? Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Why can't we play Long Tan Golf Club or Sunrise Golf Links? Okay, so there's quite a few that are available from the get-go. I'm not going to count them, but it's somewhere in the teens. And then there are a few here, probably 10 or so, that are not available to me, and I don't know why. Tell you what, because I don't like leaving you guys hanging with stupid questions, let me Google it real quick. I'll be back. According to Reddit, it's because they're not available yet. which makes sense because the star ratings you see on the right they're not ratings, they're difficulty. It's a level of difficulty. So let's just start out at the top because I'm going to run out of content pretty quick, I would assume. Let's play Olympus Garden Golf Course. Wind strength light, that's fine. Green speeds, I like to keep it about 11 or so. I'm assuming that's stimp. Concede distance is your gimme circle. Let's do 4 feet because I ain't got all damn night. Auto putts on. What are these other settings? I thought I saw a setting somewhere that would allow you to change the difficulty. Game. Blah, blah, blue, blah, blee, blah, blue. I swear there was something where you could change the difficulty. All right, here. So player 1 is turboed talent. I have it set to professional because if you go in here, it says that amateur will apply 70% of the wind and spin axis, and rookie will apply 30%, which is kind of neat because if you were playing with somebody who wasn't, quite up to par, pun intended, you could set them at 70% or 30% to maybe help them along. So that's kind of dope. I'm used to playing on full insanity settings with GS Pro, so I'm just going to play on professional because I don't want stuff to get weird. I don't want to start thinking that I'm better than I am by setting this to 70 or even 30. So it's just going to be my sorry butt. The front is out and the back is in. That's pretty obvious to me. Let's load it up. Guys, I can't change the aspect ratio. Well, I can, but then it doesn't fill all of my projector. I'll figure that out later, but right now this is the view you're gonna get. It's in widescreen and you see you got big bars of dead area at the top and bottom, but let's load this up. You need to have credits to play 18 holes to start the game. I have 1,000 credits. At the end of each hole, credits equal to the number of players are deducted. Okay, so if you're playing a 4-player game, 18 holes, you're going to get 72 credits deducted. I don't typically have anybody in here, so we're just going to get 18 credits deducted, it looks like. So you have to agree. It's like a transaction at an automated teller machine or something. Okay. You can see we've got a little mini map on the right. I already can tell there's something about this I don't care for. I'm assuming the little white border around this course is OB. Which is fine. It's fine, I guess. That means your errant shot's not just going to be a nuisance. It's going to be a loss of a couple of strokes. So I don't know what we're looking at here as far as score. But it might get bloated up if we're hitting a lot of OB, which is fine. I hope I don't hit a lot of OB, but my game is where it is. Let's see here. Okay, we're allegedly in the hitting area. Do my arrows. Okay, the arrows work from my club keyboard sim Caddie box. You can't really see where you're aiming. We've got a big mouse pointer here. Let's tee off. I don't think we're OB, but let's see. We're not OB, but we might as well be. Second shot. Now I got to figure out how to get out of here. I can't see what caused that, but I'm guessing it was Healy from how it felt. And I don't know. In GS Pro, you can tell. In GS Pro, you can tell if something has colliders or that you will hit it with your club. I can't do that here. I'm assuming all of these are solid objects, so I really don't have any choice here but to try and punch out. 4-iron. And then I heard it tell me I was in the rough, and I got 211 yards to the pin. So I'm going to lose 20%. If you look down there at the bottom right, I'm going to lose 20% from this lie. I don't have any choice. This is my longest club. Would I hit this out of this lie in real life? I don't know. That's a good question. Okay, I hit the tree. We're not much further away than we were before, but maybe we can have something here. It's still 20%. I'm just going to hit this club again. That's not a bad shot, but there were a couple of mistakes prior to that, which is fine. I haven't warmed up. I literally just got up from a nap. I can't really tell my lie, but from the right-hand side of the screen, I can see that the green slopes from back to front. I need to hit 21 yards. I don't have a feel for this software. I don't know how the physics work. That was quite a bit of rollout, but I can't say that that's not something I've never seen in GS Pro, so no harm, no foul. It looks like the ball is rolling downhill. We already knew that because of the heat map on the right, and the ball is going to move slightly from my left to my right. I don't know. It looks like it's barely going to move, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit it. 3.44 yards, so 12, 13, 14 feet or so downhill. It's really, yeah, that was a bit slippery. I don't think that happened in real life. We were only down 0.12. So let's see if I get the yips here. This has been a rough hole. 4 yards. Maybe I wasn't in the putting area. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. That is some crap GS Pro would do. What is my score? No idea. 133 yards, up to, so it's going to play 135, and you got a wind blowing from right to left. You can see there are bunkers on both the left and the right. Let's just try to get something down there. Nice easy swing. It's going left. And there's a bunker on the left. You can see that the little thing changed over there before we were ever in the bunker, in that kind of foreshadowed that we were going to be in the bunker. It says we're going to lose 40% power. I haven't got the foggiest idea what my lie is or if it even has any effect. But I know I need to go 10 yards out of this bunker. That's all I know. That's way too hot. The physics in the Square software are fine. I'm guessing uphill, and then I'm braking right to left. And we need to go 8 yards, 8.5 yards, which is 8, 16, 24, 20, 25, 26 feet. The putting in this Square software is super hot, guys. It's going to cost me a lot of strokes over the course of the round, I can already tell. There's some other people who say it's spot on. I would politely disagree with you. It's too hot. Like, look at me just going past this thing back and forth like I've never played golf before. I'm barely going to touch this ball here. I got 2.71 yards. I'm barely going to touch the ball. Look how hot that is. Okay, so I think we quadruple putted there. Double par. I don't understand how it's keeping score. I think we're 6 over. Anyhow, guys, that was a par 3, and it took like 30 minutes to play the hole. 307. I don't know if I would continue to use this software. And it's really, the aiming is very strange. Let's see here, 250. I don't think I'm going to clear that. Let's try to blast the ball over these trees. Really that's always a bad idea, just uttering those words. Not necessarily always a great idea. Just like, I don't know if we're on links fairways or something. Anyhow, I like the Square Golf launch monitor. I don't want to say bad things about it. I feel like the physics are a little off. 150 yards, sort of kind of over a bunker. We got some wind blowing from right to left. 2.5 miles an hour is almost not even really worth my time. 150 yards, let's see. That's normally right around my 7-iron, but we're also gonna lose 10% power here. Nice toey shot. Really? So we got 40 yards left to go. I am hitting toey all the time pretty much at this point, on and off the golf course, which is good that it's showing up in both the simulator and the golf course. Come on. Software's not hot now, huh? It feels good though. Professional settings are just like GS Pro so far as I can tell. Insanely hot putting though. Okay, so it's showing my strokes over par. Got it, noted. That's gonna take some time to get used to, and that's fine. Where am I aiming? 250. Okay, we got a lateral hazard and OB over here, right in my landing zone. I'm just gonna hit an easy driver. Famous last words. Driver's not really one of those clubs that you take anything off of. It's a club that you hit as hard as you can every time. 229, and I'm not going to get over this tree. I think that's a bit of wishful thinking. So to get myself out of this conundrum, I need to hit about 120. Let's see what the gap wedge does. Ooh, that thing sat.
Fairway.
Okay, I still got 273 left to go. I'm not sure I've ever hit a fairway wood with the square. In fact, I gotta find my 3-wood. Fairway, 57 yards. I can't tell my lie. I got some wind blowing. That ball was just absolutely jettisoned. That would not have been accurate. We'll pretend that one was accurate out of that lie. And then, what kind of a putt do we have here? Left to right breaker. Can't really tell if I'm putting uphill or downhill, but from the heat map, I can tell I'm putting uphill. And I need to go 10 yards, which is about 30 feet. If I were to hit 30 feet in real life, it would go off the back of the green, so I got to be careful here. Still hot. You really barely need to touch the ball. It still won't go in the hole, but
Triple bogey.
triple bogey. What'd I get a triple bogey for? It's mostly distance control. 162. 162 uphill is going to play almost 165. So let's hit a 6 iron and just see how far this ball runs, provided I can keep it out of the bunker. That felt a little thin. Let's see where it goes. It's already foreshadowing. It's telling me I'm going to be on the green and then fairway, then apron, then rough. So that thin 6 iron went a little further than it should have. And typically when you thin the ball or skull it, it's going to go further than it should. What I think you'd really need to do is a proper bag mapping. Get in the hole. Come on. Okay, the lady just told me that was a very nice par. I'm 9 over already, guys. I'm 9 over and we're on the 6th hole. Probably not quite an accurate representation. I'm not saying I've never been 9 over after 6 holes. That's not what I'm saying. But a lot of it's due to growing pains between the softwares. Little piss missile there, I guess. It does, right? The software doesn't have the graphical fidelity of GS Pro, but probably would need to do some rudimentary math. If I played 36 holes, 18 or 36 holes every night, how much would I end up paying the square in square credits versus the $250 or whatever I pay for unlimited use in GS Pro? That would be maybe something I'll do at the end of the video, do a little calculation. My immediate thoughts are, I think GS Pro is a better deal. We'll talk about that at the end of the video if I remember. I don't know why that shot went over to the left. Is the wind? Looks like we got some wind. That's probably my fault for not paying attention. Plenty of green to play with. We only have to hit this. I don't know, we'll see, but we're gonna lose 40%. Way hot. If I lost almost 50% of that swing and it still went across the green, there's really no use in aiming. Let's just putt. How far do I gotta go? 5 yards. It didn't even pick it up. It says I'm using a sand wedge, that's why. Let's see if I can change my club putter. Okay. That one went short. We'll pretend it was because it was out of the, not on the green. You guys, I'm having flashbacks from the Unicore proprietary software, whatever that crap is. View or Pro View or some crap. Got a little members bounce there. We're not in the bunker, but we're not on the fairway. $100 yards in. Let's hit a nice easy gap wedge. I can't see my ball. I don't know where it is. It's either buried or it's just off the screen. I'm not sure. Okay, where'd that ball go? Oh, okay. Can I get a mully on that? That was bad. Maybe it's because we're going uphill. Maybe it didn't register it correctly. It's hard to say. Just really racking up the strokes here. This is honestly closer to my real golf game, if I'm being honest. 3 just stupid shots, stupid wastes of strokes. Boggy. That must have been a par 5. No, it was par 4. 350 yards. Let's hit a 3 iron off the deck, and by that I mean 3 wood. Well, I don't want to hit it off the deck. Let's use a little tee. It should go left. No? Nothing? Maybe I wasn't on last time. Okay, are we gonna be, where are we gonna be? Are we gonna be OB? Oh, okay, we weren't far enough out to be OB. 150, we're gonna lose 20%. I don't know if the lie matters, but if I hit too far left, I'm gonna be OB. That's unfortunate. $18, and it's going to take 40%. Okay, that didn't come out at all. That didn't release at all. And there it goes. It's going, it's going, it's going. Where it'll stop, we're not quite sure. I think these are only 11 stimp too. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Let's get this up the hill. Little tap. Way too hot, guys. Way too hot. That should not have got up the hill. Bogey. $251. Okay, I don't know where I am. Let's see if if I'm gonna hit a rock. I'm not really sure, to be honest. It's tough to say what's gonna happen here. You gotta learn the different physics of the different softwares. Okay, I did not hit a rock. We might be fine. Yeah, we're good. Kind of in that danger zone though, that short chip danger zone that I don't like to be in. Look at that thing roll. Stuff's a little slippery in this software. If you plan on using it, just beware of that. Looks like we got us a little Parsky moving to the 10th hole. It's about time for dinner. Looks like hole 10's a 417 yard par 4, 251. Fairway's pretty narrow. I still haven't gone OB yet. There are a couple of times I should have, but it's mostly just been in the trees and crap. Another little piss missile. This Ping G430 is lofted to 9, so I guess I get it. But the shots I hit in real life aren't that low a trajectory. 172 out of the fairway. You're guarded by a huge bunker. So I think if we get any interference from these tree branches, we might be in a bit of trouble. And we will certainly be in trouble. Nice thin shot. Is that our first OB? It is not. We are just in the crap. 65 through the trees. Not sure where my ball is. Looks like we got tree trouble, but we're on. We're barely on. No use in aiming here, just get it down there. Bogey golf. We've certainly improved. We were playing triple. Now we're playing bogey golf. We're 13 over. The 11th hole is a 465 yard par 4. You can see it's not there anymore, but the area where it shows where your ball is different if you're putting as opposed to hitting a regular shot. Little low trajectory fader. Not really my shot shape. I mean, it wasn't a fade, it was a draw, my bad. I still got to get used to saying the word draw because I don't hit draws until recently. 138. We know the ball's going to roll a lot, and we have a tailwind. It's going to go left, I think. Where we are, I do not know. Okay, it's green side. Hold on, my wife's texting me. I need to hurry. She's saying it's dinner time and I need to quit being a dork. Okay. It's kind of hard to hit a shot when you don't know where your ball is. I appreciate the launch monitors that are not trying to operate in their own ecosystem. Just realize nobody's going to use your ecosystem, or if they do, it won't be for very long. Make sure your crap connects to GS Pro. Oh my God, these putts are slippery. And move on with it. Talking to you, Unicore. Okay, let's see. Let's just get it up here. It's uphill, but if we touch it too hard, it'll go 150 feet. That is crazy.
Double bogey.
Double bogey. 12th hole. I gotta hurry up. 100 yards. Okay, I like these little cinematic views, I guess. I suppose. Eight yards is 24 feet uphill. Look how slippery these are. That's really my only complaint thus far, majorly about the square, is the putting's too hot. Look how hot that was. I barely touched it. Just cost us a stroke. Let's see here. 13. What do I got to do? I got to get scooting, so I'm not going to tee up anymore. 3 wood's just as good as a stinking driver to me, frankly. Uh-oh. We only went 199 with the 3-iron. That's no good. Excuse me, the 3 wood. Why do I keep calling it a 3-iron? 244 yards, but we got to make sure to get enough loft to get out. Ah. Come on, square. Am I still seriously not on the fairway? What do we got to go here? 150. Let's pick up the pace here. Nice thin shot. Let's get going. What do we got now? 35 to the hole. Uh, 10% loss. Wind is blowing. Square doesn't see my ball. Now it does. Okay, that ball bit. everything
Rough.
is going into the rough here. 57 yards. How far did that ball go? I haven't got any clue. Oh, man, that's far. Switching between ecosystems and softwares is certainly difficult. As a content creator, though, I gotta try different things and show different things, right? That is so slippery. God, it's hard to not like get kind of pissed off about it. Like it's costing me tons of strokes. Oh, come on. I'm not used to listening for that chime. So hot. Okay, so the flag's a solid object. Check that off the list.
Bogey.
Another bogey. Man, we got like 800 holes left to go here. Still drawing over. Come on. Nine, 10 yards, 30 feet. Oh, so freaking slippery. Nice par. 435 yards. Still somehow have managed to not go OB, even though it's pretty treacherous out there. Uh-oh. Little slicey little turd. 245 over water. I can't risk that, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to lay up. Let's lay up right there. We're gonna lose 10% out of the rough, it says. Just get out of here. Shut the hole. Grab our 9-iron. We've got to clear this water or we're toast. It's gonna be maybe right. I don't know what the putt's doing. It says it's uphill. Frankly, I don't think it matters. 30 feet. Oh boy. Just munching up strokes. Nom, nom, nom. Oh, come on. Dude, 11 stimp or 1100 stimp? Good grief. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Damn, dude. Be prepared to be frustrated with the putting. I roll out. I don't think that ball would have been that low in real life. But it's a sub $1,000 launch monitor. And that's okay. All right, we're heading over to the right. Sit down, sit down. Ooh, that's pretty severe, whatever that was. 10% loss. Get in the hole. Dude, look at that thing leak. Look at that leak. You see it checked and then it continued to leak? There's a lot of work that needs to be done with the physics in this software. Nice par. All right. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? 327. I'm going to whack the ball with the 3-wood off the Dizek. Can't find a fairway. I wouldn't say the fairways are necessarily that easy to find, though, if I'm being honest. I got tree trouble. Gonna try to punch under it, but I'm guessing we're gonna end up in that horseshoe-shaped bunker. No, we got the punch out, but oh, this will be our first taste of OB. What's it gonna do? Oh, it's just gonna tell us to reshoot. Look at that thing go. Look at that thing go. Oh, another OB. 5-iron punch going super long. Oh, it didn't pick it up. What a frustrating yet awesome little piece of kit here. Oh, uh-oh. Two OBs in a row. That's 4 strokes, man. I can't even believe it hasn't auto-conceded me. You would have auto-conceded on the golf course. That's going to go about 300 miles. Okay.
Double par.
Double par. I was automatically kicked out of my round. Okay, guys. Okay, so we shot a 48 on the front and a 47 on the back, which is 88, 90. That's actually about that's a couple of strokes over my on-course handicap. I'm a 22.1 right now. You're not going to get any stats in this software. I'm clicking around. Really, your option's to quit. And we are down to 982 credits. Not much to say, guys. That's the Square launch monitor using Square's native software. We just played around at some hole there. Olympus Garden golf course. Not bad. There's some difficulty with the putting. The putting's too slippery. There's definitely some work that needs to be done with the physics and the software. But again, the square launch monitor is not going to be my daily driver here in the simulator. The Pro TVX will be, and this software is not going to be my daily driver for my sim golf. I think it's more of it's a novelty software, like, hey, I got my launch monitor, I don't want to pay $250 for GS Pro. I got my free 1,000 credits from Square Golf. Let's play a bunch of rounds in this native software ecosystem. But that's about all I got. Let's do a quick calculation on how this software measures up to paying $250 a year for GS Pro. Say, we'll just say if you played one round every evening for an entire year, how much would that be in Square Golf credits versus paying $250 a year for GS Pro, which of course has over 2,000 courses at this point, not counting what's hidden behind Patreon paywalls. Let's do a quick calculation though. Let me pause you. All right guys, a lot happened between when I paused the video and when I just restarted it. I went and I had dinner with the missus. And since the PC version of the Square Golf Launch Monitor app wanted me to go in and log in on my phone, I downloaded the Square Golf Launch Monitor app on my iPhone here. It asked me for my username and password, which are easy. I input those. But then it started downloading an update, which was moving painfully slow. So I nixed that. I shut down the app on my iPhone, and I just went on asked Auntie Google how much credits are for the Square Golf Launch Monitor, and they appear to be 1,000 credits for $20. So the 1,000 credits that I got, from Square is basically a free $20, which is dope. Anyhow, I did some rudimentary math. If you played 18 holes in the simulator with the Square Golf Launch Monitor every night of the year, 365 days, that would be 6,570 credits. If I do some rudimentary math that I'm not going to bore you with, that comes out to $131.50 a year if you only played 18 holes every night. Granted, there are some nights I don't play in the sim at all, and there are some nights, especially on weekend days when I'm not at the real golf course, that I'll play 3, 4, 5 rounds in the simulator here with the Pro TVX on GS Pro. So 18 holes a night on the Square Golf Launch Monitor using the Square Golf software is about $132 a year. So let's say that's half of what it is for a GS Pro subscription. You've got to weigh a couple of different factors here. One of them being that GS Pro's got well over 2,000 courses now. GS Pro has far superior graphics. GS Pro shows way more data, but you can run the Square Golf Launch Monitor on an iPhone or an iPad, presumably, and you've got a very inexpensive setup with a pretty decent launch monitor. Say you had your iPad mounted here on like a music sheet stand or something like that, or a tripod. Really, really good value. If you just had a hitting mat and a basic net, Square Golf Launch Monitor, and maybe an older iPad on a tripod, that's really all you need. Really good value. You could set up a little simulator for not very much money. It depends on who you ask, right? That's relative. That's kind of insensitive of me to say that. but I think it's a good value. I'm going to continue to use the Square Golf launch monitor to show you guys the courses that come in that ecosystem, but it's not going to be my daily driver, and this software isn't going to be my daily software. It's going to be the Pro T and GS Pro. But you guys, this Square Golf launch monitor, despite what I thought I was getting, is a tremendous value, and I highly recommend it to anybody, especially if you're trying to build a simulator on a budget. You will actually improve with the Square Golf launch monitor. You're not going to get a ton of club or ball data, but you do get some, and you are going to start to see what you need to do with your grip and your club face and your backswing and all of that stuff, adjusting your stance to see what the ball does off the club when you do that. Insane value. We are at over an hour long on the video here. Kind of had to hurry through it there at the end because I needed to eat dinner with Mama. But she comes first. She's obviously more important than the simulator. I'm sure there's some people watching this video that do not agree with me. And that's fine. There are all sorts of different types of relationships between spousal units. But that's all I got. I'll continue to run through the Square Golf launch monitor software. Next video I put out on this particular subject looks to be golf club lazy dogs, which it does whatever. Okay, there we go. Green. Anyway, it looks like it should be fun. 6,200 yards, and it looks to be a little bit easier than the course we just played. And I also noticed that sometimes there's an empty star here and sometimes there's not. Just weird little things I notice, guys, because I'm weird. But that's all I got for you. Seriously, I've said that like 3 times. You guys, I'll see you in the next video. I really appreciate you watching. I keep seeing new subscribers coming onto the channel every day, and I do appreciate that, but please don't feel obligated to subscribe to the channel. It is perfectly okay for you to lurk and watch videos and do whatever you want. Don't feel like you need to subscribe. But with that being said, which is one of my favorite segues to ending a video, I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.